Hi Capricorn, I hope you guys are doing just peachy. So this reading will be for those of you who identify as Capricorn, no matter where that is in your chart, or maybe your sun sign doesn't resonate with you, so you're watching another part, whatever draws you in. Maybe it's just the title, Capricorn. My name is Lucy. Hello and welcome. If you're new here, hello. So Capricorn, I was getting this energy of sprucing it up. So that could be, you know, like maybe you want to spruce things up in an area of your life. Maybe you want to change your hair or the way that you dress, or, you know, like making something a better representation of you, whatever that means for you. So, you know, you could have a passion project that you want to spruce up. Maybe you want to plant flowers in your yard, like spruce it up and make it look more homey, make it more like you, look more like yours. This could be so many different things, but I'm just getting this like bringing more beauty into your day-to-day life, in whatever way that you can, whatever that means to you. That could even be like decorating your desk at work, or, you know, I don't know what that means for you. That's just what was coming through. So let's see, Capricorn. I'm getting like, leading by example, not leading by example, being an example, almost like, like most people judge a book by its cover. They say don't judge a book by its cover, but first impressions are very important, right? There's something about first impressions, which would go along with what I said, right? If you wanted to like spruce something up to make it look more like yours so that your beauty shines through it. All right, let's get into this, Capricorn. That may or may not come through in your reading, I don't know. Capricorn. All right, we have slow and steady. So there could be some impatience coming through here for you, because this card, you know, is like an encouragement that even if things are moving slowly, slow and steady wins the race. Taking your time will make sure that you don't run out of energy. Will make sure that you have the stamina to keep going towards something that you desire. I'm getting like Knight of Pentacles vibes. Oh, we have the talisman here. This is interesting. There's something about greens and blues and yellow. Green, blue, and yellow. So your heart chakra, your throat chakra, and your solar plexus. So it's funny, like expressing your, oh yeah, that reminds me of what I've already said, kind of like your true expression of self coming from the heart, coming from like your solar plexus, your soul, your authenticity, like speaking from the heart and the soul, leading from the heart and soul. Now I'm getting Huey Lewis and the News, heart and soul. She's got it all. Yeah, maybe you've got it all, Capricorn. That song, even if it has to do with a romantic relationship, hot lovin' every night, and it's like slow and steady, like somebody might, I don't know, that's just a side note for somebody, something about taking your time with something. This talisman, it's like, it's funny because I'm getting patterns. I had patterns come through in Sagittarius's reading, and they were feeling very tired. It's like they were in a cycle. They were repeating a cycle, but it was because they needed to pick up on something that they missed when they went through the cycle before. So it's like they were perfecting it, and they were gaining this wisdom and this knowledge that was not picked up on the first time around. For you, I get this feeling like, I don't feel like you're being tested, but it's almost like the path is guiding you down a similar road to what you've been down before. And it's like, you know the signs, and you know, it's like, I know what this means and what that means, and I can, like, you're taking your time this time around. Maybe the first time you went through a cycle like this, you didn't take your time. Maybe you tried to rush it, or you tried to move too fast. And it's like, this time around, you have all the wisdom and the knowledge to perfect whatever it is. So yours is a little bit different from Sagittarius, but it's coming through here. You've learned balance. Okay, so I'm seeing the yin and yang here. It's like, you know when it's time to act, you know when it's time to be more passive and just allow. You know not to push things now. I don't know if you saw that. There's a storm here and the lights just flickered. I don't know if you can hear that as well. It sounds glorious outside. I love storms. They're so cleansing, and I love, especially like spring and summertime, when you get a good storm. You know how it gets so heavy and muggy in the air, and it just brings this coolness through. I feel like nothing is a coincidence. I feel like obviously this is coming through. Yours and Sagittarius's reading have synchronicities as well. So there is a cleansing that's happening here as you're going through this cycle again as well. I feel like you know the way now. I'm getting that you know the way now. You know how to get there, and it's easier this time around because it's like, been there, done that. I'm not rushing. I'm not trying to force anything because I know I'll get to the finish line. You've gained a lot of wisdom, and it's like, I can, as I go down this path, I can make it so much more beautiful than it was the first time around. Whatever this cycle is reminiscent of. It's like, I can bring so much more beauty to it as I take my time, and I feel like you have your footing. Like, you have better footing. You are the sea goat. I am getting, like, there's something about, like, if you've climbed a mountain before, I'm getting like that, like, wisdom through experience. You have wisdom through experience, Capricorn. And it's like, the first time around, the first time you did something was not very graceful. It wasn't very graceful. It wasn't very pretty. But you now know what you're doing. Because I'm seeing like a ballerina, like a pointed toe. There's something about gracefulness, beauty, this soft, feminine, whether you're a man or a woman, there's this like feminine, receptive kind of, you might want to see where Venus is in your chart. Capricorn. I wasn't expecting this. We've got all tied up, the thinking woman, and envy. So you're feeling restricted. You're feeling kind of stuck. And the thinking woman, it's like trying to find solutions. Some of you don't realize that you're repeating something. Some of you don't realize that you're in a pattern, but you're going to. You're going to realize. And because I'm seeing this like flipped, like they're giving me the butterfly, like you are the caterpillar in the cocoon right now. But you will come, it was 11:11 when I looked up, you will come to full realization of what is going on. Sorry guys, if you heard that ad come through. Yeah, you're going to gain some kind of wisdom, some kind of understanding to how there's something about wanting, like the grass being greener on the other side, or something being easier for someone else, or it's like somebody else is driving a Ferrari where you are in a buggy, or like the speed of it, like maybe something moves a lot faster. Somebody else is doing something that you're doing and you're like, oh, they did it so much faster than it's going for me. Or but it's like your outcome is going to look different, Capricorn. Like where you're going is going to look different. You bring your own beauty to it. You bring your own style. You bring your own soul to it. Like your soul, your beauty, your soul, your voice is different from these other people that you might be looking at, where it's making you feel dissatisfied, unsatisfied, or like you lack something. You may be thinking you lack something, which you don't. But I'm getting like reading something or watching someone, and it's like trying to understand it, trying to learn from them, and you don't need to do that, Capricorn. You take your time, you do your thing, you be authentically you. I mean, if these are technical things that you need to learn, right? If you're trying to do something, you know, and like say you were trying to change a tire, you're not going to go out there in heels and, you know, like curl your hair and go out there with no idea of what you're doing and just try to take a tire off. That's not a good analogy, but it's like maybe somebody likes to change tires in their heels with their hair and makeup done, I don't know. But it ain't me, babe. If it's technical though, like if you were gonna change a tire, like yeah, you could look at a YouTube video and see somebody explain how to do that. It's a very step-by-step process. It's not something that holds any unique, there's nothing unique about it, right? I mean, maybe you want to look at the model of a car, maybe it has like, you know, one of those special key lug nuts, but that's not important. That's, you know what I'm saying. There's something in your life that you desire, and you're doing it your own way. Like, you need to do it your own way. Don't compare yourself to other people. Don't feel restricted like you should be like someone else. And don't let the outer conditions right now, like maybe things are taking time, but the talisman, like you have everything that you need and you are on the right path. It's just like you are going to win. Slow and steady wins the race. You're going to get there. You're going to cross the finish line. And you don't want to cross the finish line doing it in a way that you don't enjoy, because then you will be, I'm hearing expectations. Then other people will expect that out of you. Or, you know what I mean? Like then there's this expectation that Capricorn is like this. Capricorn does this way. This is why I like Capricorn. And that's not authentic, right? Like you want, yeah, I'm seeing the butterfly twice here. You've got the butterfly here, and you've got a butterfly here. You've got green and yellow coming through again, which is the heart and the solar plexus. Capricorn. Someone might work with runes. That could be something. Just a side note, someone might work with runes. You might be, you might really be into the spiritual arts. I'm also getting that there's something about your shadow at this time. And there's nothing wrong with the shadow. We are all light and shadow, and we are meant to you know, the ideal would be to work through our shadow, to accept that part of ourselves. And how can I work with that part of myself? Sometimes we have parts of our shadow which obviously do not want the best for us. But it's like, how can I work with that part of my shadow so that it doesn't sabotage me? What part of myself have I been hiding away which makes me feel restricted in some way? Then I can actually merge with the light. I can actually bring out in a healthy way. 1818 when I just looked up. What part of you can you, maybe you're not proud of, or you just feel like, maybe you feel like people don't like that side of me, that part of me. People aren't very accepting of that. Maybe it's just you, or you haven't met the right people. I feel like that's something that you're working through in regards to this Capricorn. You're realizing that that's a beautiful part of yourself. Yeah, we have the gates of triumph here, Capricorn. I said, slow and steady wins the race. We have success expands in your life. Look at that sun coming up. And we have traveling lightly, simplify your life. I cannot believe, if you have Sagittarius in your chart, you really need to look at that reading. Or some of you just might be drawn to it, I don't know. But I was talking to them as well about cleaning house. And cleaning house is just cleaning out old energies, right? Some of you, it could be literally cleaning your house, making space for new in your home. Like some of you, it's making time in your schedule for something new that you want to create. Some of you, feel like this is a process that a lot of you have been working on. Like there have been things that have been holding you up, holding you back. And I feel like you are simplifying your life because these things have been keeping you restricted. There's some kind of wisdom or understanding here that's coming through. Some of you, it's thoughts, it's thought patterns. Some of you, it's your aura. Like some of you could really benefit from burning sage and cleansing your body, cleansing your aura. Some of you could get Reiki or even ask, like if you wanted to meditate. And I often ask my guides to help me to cleanse my aura, to balance my chakras. When I tap into, into the energies of my guides and communicate with them, I'm like, help me to raise my vibration, help me to cleanse my aura and align my chakras and all of that. And you could benefit from that immensely. I heard taking out the trash. Some of you are taking out the trash. I don't know what that means for you. Solitude underneath the deck. In silence, peace prevails. There's that owl. There's that wisdom again. Some of you have been doing a lot of reflecting to help you release these old energies, or you will be, that have been holding you back or making you feel those feelings of lack. And that could be lack in your material life. That could be, feeling lack in your love life. It could be feeling lack it could be so many different things. Wherever you feel like you could use some more. Some more. Maybe somebody wants s'mores. You could be eating s'mores. Some of you would benefit from going out in nature, like camping or just sitting around a fire. Oh, some of you are cleansing by fire. I'm getting sacred rage, sacred anger, helping you to cleanse old energies. That could be that, like taking out the trash is kind of an aggressive term, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, Capricorn. Yeah, we have dance. Do something to shift your vibration. I feel like there's something about bringing more beauty in your day-to-day life, bringing more beauty, bringing more of your essence out in your life. There's also something about this full moon. I'm getting the full moon in Scorpio, which we just had. Which that energy is prevalent for the next 6 months. So, and it was a very intense one. So, could be something about, you might want to see where Scorpio falls in your chart, what house that is for you, where you could be letting go of some things, cleansing, cleaning out. Alright, I'm going to pull a Divine Feather of Wisdom, 2424 when I just looked up. Divine Feather of Wisdom for you, Capricorn, just one, spirits. And then I'll read it to you, Capricorn. Alright, we have the Pelican. Choose to follow the path of forgiveness and raise your vibration. Okay, let me read this to you guys. All right, it says the pelican is a water bird with an unmistakable pouch and bill. The bird is quite light and buoyant in spite of its size and is a symbol of lightness on the water. The imagery calls our attention to our own ability to rise above the heaviness of life. The water is a symbol of emotions, and pelican teaches us to not become overwhelmed by them. Most importantly, pelican dives deep into the watery world of emotion and rises back up, urging us to do the same. The action of moving through the emotional world calls for selflessness and forgiveness. The weight of grudges, resentment, and guilt can pull us down below the surface. Pelican Messenger is here to share the power of forgiveness. Now is the time to take a look around your life and see what and who needs forgiveness and release. By attaching ourselves to old pain, judgment, and resentments, we cannot move forward. Forgiveness does not mean giving approval to others' behaviors or actions. The power of forgiveness is simply a gift to ourselves that allows us to let go of the past and feel lighter in the present. To forgive others can sometimes be easier than forgiving ourselves. So show yourself the grace. Interesting. I was getting that beauty, like beauty and grace, feminine. Show yourself grace and of forgiveness. Let go of the weight of old guilt. Forgive and rise above the surface of your life. So the energies of the pelican are forgiveness, selflessness, and emotions. So we've got water and air here. And then there's an affirmation here. If you want to say it 3 times, it makes it even more powerful. I'm going to say it to you guys 1 time. So it says, I forgive everything and everyone, especially myself. That feels like that, cleaning out your closet, taking out the trash for you guys. And then we've got this Gates of Triumph. I feel like you're going to be very triumphant in this Capricorn and releasing this heavy load, whatever it is for you, that's been slowing you down. And I feel like it is important to take your time, right? When we're dealing with emotions, and when we're working on our shadow self and integrating that, it's not something to rush. You are the that caterpillar who's in that, the cocoon, that soupy cocoon, and it needs time to solidify and become the butterfly, and those wings are so delicate, right? So yeah, that is what I have for you, Capricorn. I'm sending you lots of love, and I'm wishing you all the best. Until next time, bye.